In this tutorial, we get started with Vue by preparing the working environment. Here we're using a Windows host. So we're going to just go through the motions of installing Vue or preparing the working environment. Here I assume you've got a browser and an editor. We're going to go ahead and install Node first and then install the Vue CLI. So we'll just finish off this tutorial by creating a new project and just running the server. So by the end of this tutorial, you should have a working Vue project. So please use the timestamp to skip ahead in this tutorial if you don't want to go through some of these sections. First of all, we're going to install Node. So Vue isn't a Node app. We're going to install Node so that we can use the Node package manager primarily. So let's just head across to the Node.js.org and select downloads. From here, we'll be able to select the version that we want to install. So here we're going to install the Windows installer, 64-bit. So I'll let that download and just start the installation. So it's a fairly straightforward installation here. We just press next, accept, and then just select where you want to install Node. So there's nothing really here that you need to change. Press next and then next and then install. Okay, so once it's installed, we can check to see if it's working. So if I go to start and open up the command prompt, I can type in Node with the V switch or flag, and you can see now Node is installed, version 12.18.0. Now we wanted the Node package manager, so npm. So just check to see if that's installed. And there we go. So that's 6.14.4. So both these packages are now installed, so we can get started installing Vue. So let's now go ahead and install Vue. So I'm going to use the Node package manager npm and then install. And I'm going to use the global flag or switch and then @vue/CLI. So this is probably going to take a couple minutes to download and install. So let's now create a new Vue application. So here we're going to type in Vue and then create. And then the name of the app, I'm just going to call it app and then default. So you want to create a new app with the default settings. So once that's installed, you'll be prompted to move into the folder and then run the server. So the first thing you need to make sure is that you're in the app folder. So we'll just change the directory to the new app folder we created. And now we can run the npm run and serve. So this is going to start the server. Hopefully that's going to allow us then to view our project. So you can see here that we're being provided the link or the URL to our project. So here, localhost 8080 port number. So I just need to type in localhost and then the port number 8080. And there we go. We're welcome to our first Vue app. So let me just take you through some of the more important aspects of your project structure. So here we go into the app we've just created. So here we have 3 folders here. The first folder here is the Node modules. So for example, if we would now wanted to install Bootstrap, it would be installed right here, and we would import it into our project or link it into our project from this folder. So the public folder, when we ran our project, this index page was served on our page or in our browser. So if I just go back to our server, which is turned on, this page here is being served from this index page here. Now, if I were to open this up, you'll notice that it doesn't account for everything that you can see on the page, because you can see here that the built files will be auto-injected in this section here. So we can edit this file. For example, we just add a new title here. You can see that that is automatically changed at the top here. So it is the working file that is used to display the information on the browser or to the browser. Of course, there's lots more to be learnt about this file and this section. So the src, so this is basically the folder where your project files will be placed. So inside of here, we have assets and components, we have the app view and the main.js file. So this main.js file, this is the JavaScript file that's responsible for configuring the application. We will also use it to register any packages that the application relies on. So like I gave an example here, the application will be potentially installed in the Node modules, and then we would need to actually register it in this file here or link to it. So the last important file to understand is the app.vue. So this is a Vue component. So you'll become very familiar with Vue components as you learn Vue. So this component here contains HTML content that will be displayed to the user. It will contain JavaScript code required by the HTML, and it also will include any styles for any of the elements on the page. So you'll find out that components are the main building block in the Vue application. And like I said, you'll become very familiar with this as you go through the series. And last of all, the assets folder. So I'll just talk a little bit about that. The assets folder is used to store static content. So think about images that you're going to be utilizing on your web page. So this is the assets folder by default that's utilized in Vue. So that's just one way of many ways that we can consume Vue.js. Here we prepared Vue in a Windows host. We installed Node, and we used then the Node package manager to install the Vue CLI. We created a new project, and then we run the project, and I gave you a quick overview of some of the files and folders that you'll find within your new project. Okay, so hopefully now you're ready and prepared to develop with Vue, and hopefully I'll see you in the next tutorial.